Alright guys, this is our 5-exercise pre-workout routine. It's going to be a blend of joint mobility, core activation, and we're just going to go non-stop, 90 seconds on, no seconds off, all the way through. It's kind of like an advanced yoga flow on steroids. We're going to start the first one. It's going to be Spider-Man lunges. There's a series of movements I'm going to take you through, and there's a lot of flexibility, no pun intended, in how people can do this. So you can kind of emphasize different parts of this. Let's start first with the spider stretch. So we're going left side, hands go inside that foot. You want to get a big squeeze of the glutes on the right side. The glute on the right side to get that, emphasize that stretch of this hip. Then I want to kind of go a joint by joint action. I want to get the ankles going, kind of get them moving, because if the ankles and calves are stiff, that's not going to be good. Also work on the trunk into this knee hug position, looking over. You can also do some reach throughs here, and then reach over, touch the opposite side. That is great for the trunk. Obviously, you can kind of reach through and up to the sky. Also, you want to get into that second position, which is the lifting the hips up, working side to side. You can even kind of work the outside of the ankle right here if that's stiff and tight. Flow through that. You can also get into this scorpion where I go from a spider here with the left foot and then up to the sky and over, which is a phenomenal stretch on the psoas. And then the last movement is kind of the Samson stretch right here, and then you just flow through it. You take 90 seconds, you work on the things you need to, and that is for everything on the left side, and then we would do 90 seconds on the right side. And everybody's different. We got different it could be more shoulder centric or hips, trunk, quads, ankles, calves, whatever. You can kind of get it all in that one big bang move. That's exercise 1 on the left side, exercise 2 on the right side. Then we go into the Inchworm Flow. So for this, we start hinging at the hips, touch it down. Ideally, toes point straight ahead. We're going to walk it out into a push-up hold position and then bring the feet together. This is going to contribute to a lot of low back extension, and we want to get nice and tight and work on the eccentric part of the push-up. Slowly lowering down, lead the chest to the ground, and then coming up into this cobra. Here you are going to get some back extension, but you want to squeeze the glutes to minimize it. And then you got neck mobility options where you can sweep the chin. You can do some circles on one side. You can do some neck nods. You can always flow left shoulder, right shoulder. I can also come up into a calf stretch and get some more ankle development here, because people typically get tight in their calves and ankles. And then here's an option. I'm going to walk up to the hands, take a stance, step back, and repeat it. I'll show a modification of that in a second. Let's go back through that again and show another series of options where I do the eccentric lowering, and from here I can come back into the prayer stretch, back into the cobra. I could also get back here and do some tactical frog from this position, free flow through it. Again, you want to squeeze glutes on this, and then I can also come up into the pike, and this time walk the hands back up to the feet, which is a modification. Ideally, you want to get to where you can walk the feet up to the hands. That is the goal. So again, we do that 90 seconds, flowing through all those different options, shoulders, hips, calves, everything. There's so many. These are kind of global mobility moves, which means they work the whole globe. All right, next up, the Bootstrapper. So classic exercise, we hinge, grab the ankles as a modification, otherwise grab the toes. You're trying to get the chest pulled forward, because people, typically if they're tight in their thoracic spine, they're gonna get you're gonna see them squat like this, because they're lacking T-spine mobility. So you want to, if they can grab the toes, they can pull the chest forward. So right here, chest out, and then drop down into the bottom of the squat. And you want to try to get hip crease below knee crease. And again, I'm a little tight in my upper back, so I can't get as awesome as some people can. But pin right here, and so level 1, level 2, level 3, level 1 is to be able to get into a deep squat comfortably, and then stretch, work that side to side. And again, for knee pain, you can just kind of do a sumo squat and not get into that full deep squat. So sumo modification, otherwise there. And then pin that right elbow on the right knee and try to reach through. And I work this a lot because I'm tight in my thoracic spine, so this helps me out a lot. Pin on that side, reach, rotate, stretch, and kind of cues on this. If your toes spin out, or you can't get back on your heels, or you can't like right here, If I come forward on my toes, I'm gonna squeeze my fingers, right? So I can't get on my heels. But if my feet spin out, typically tight calves, poor ankle mobility. If you can't get hip crease below knee crease, hip mobility, tight hips. And if you can't reach without compensating, tight T-spine. So based on where you're tight at, that's going to determine how you bootstrapper. So that's a move you want to master. And then that's exercise 4. Exercise 5, very advanced one. A lot of options. I'll show a modification for this, but let's start first with a bridge to reach. So that's going to be right here. Whoop, sorry, up on the hands. That's the modification. I'll do that in a second. So we want to start with just a classic bridge up, right? And then I'm going to bridge and reach across the body, lower back down, bridge up, reach across, and spend this 90 seconds getting in basically what's called a reverse plank and reaching across or reaching up and over. Both of these have their place, and they're really good because you're lengthening out the front side of your body, which typically, because of our environment, because of our kind of lifestyle, we get hunched back a lot. Now, some people are going to be able to do this really well. They're going to be able to get into back walkovers. That's great. The ones that can't, or they got wrist issues or shoulder issues, they can just spend that time getting into a bridge work and working glute bridges, working your glute bridge marches. They can even do it to some single leg bridging, and that takes the pressure off the wrist. But really, you want to work to where you can be able to do that as a human being, and that's great mobility for the workout.